Alrighty, here we are for the first round with our Jeskai combo deck. We are on the draw, and we have a really nice hand. Can daze on turn 1 if we want to. Got a Electrolyze as well as Keranos that we can play on turn 4 off of Chromatic Lantern. We'll see if the opponent's leading on mono red, which looks like they are, but no plays is really nice for me because now I get to just hold up daze as a hard cast, as opposed to having to bounce a land to my hand if they did something else. Wasteland? Oh, well that's pretty rude. I guess maybe I shouldn't have played out my Volcanic first? Wow. Well, they didn't do anything last turn with 2 mana, so I'm going to imagine they don't do anything this turn with 2 mana. But if they do, so be it. Ire Shaman to play. We're just going to let that resolve. I'm not going to daze that as we do have Electrolyze. Rude dude with the Wasteland. Okay, Bloodstained Mire. Attack me for 2 with the Shaman. And no plays. I'm okay with that. As we draw another nice one in the form of Magma Jet. We'll run out our plateau now, as Strip Mine is not in this, and I don't have to worry about the Wasteland anymore. We're going to take another hit here from the Ire Shaman. If they don't do anything else, I can end of turn Electrolyze it. If they do something else, I might want to daze instead. Kiln Fiend. Yep, we let that resolve. And I'm going to go with the more mana efficient play of just electrolyzing their Ire Shaman. And now we can just pass with Fencer open, Magma Jet, Daze, anything in the world. Opponent not using their Mire, looking for another land apparently. The thing is with Kiln Fiend, they're tempted to play instants and sorceries before anything else on their turn, but I guess they're not going to do that, which is good for us. If we get to hard cast this Daze as well as Magma Jet, it's going to be really good. Very nice. All right, so we get to Daze the Chandra. End of turn, Magma Jet, the Kiln Fiend, set up our top of our library. Do I want Revelark and Plains? Yes, I do. So we'll top the Revelark, we'll top the Plains, we'll draw the Plains, we'll jam the Keranos, and we will say go. Now we're going to get to Lightning Bolt the opponent or one of their creatures with Keranos on our draw step, and with the top we can start setting up our draws. So shoot them. I'm not actually going to play it out though. I'd still like to hold up Venser if possible, so I'm going to play the Steam Vent tapped, I'm going to play the top, and then just going to pass. We're already dominating on board with Keranos. I don't need to develop out anything else right now. Goblin Guide is okay. Goblin Guide is A-okay. Incinerate my face now. Interesting. I guess I'll just bounce that to their Hound now, since they can't recast it currently. And upkeep, we will use the top. We will put the Helix on top. Bolt their Goblin Guide. Play out the Revelark. Bash them for 2. And we should be in pretty nice shape. We're going to draw both of the lands next turn with the top, which I'm completely fine with. Sure. I'm actually not upset that they're just using their burn spells on my Revelark. We knew that they had that, and we just bounced it. Pillar of Flame my Venser, sure. Less burn that I'm taking. Yeah, so we'll just draw the 2 lands. Play one out, play the Lantern, pass, holding up Helix and activation of top. And again, sitting pretty comfortably versus what is apparently a burn deck. Ooh, Perforos is a little bit scary though. In fact, I should have topped in response and looked for a counter. That was a mistake on my part. In fact, oh my gosh, I'm getting hugely punished here. Definitely punished by not looking in response and drawing a card to counter there, Perforos, but so be it. That's on me. We're going to hold the land in our hand for the loot. The nice thing is, with the top, I can actually draw a card with it, and then Kronos will trigger and, again, deal damage. But if they have some huge token producers, I'm going to get punished. What? Banefire for 2, I guess. Okay. Interesting. I mean, they knew I had Izzet Charm, but doesn't seem that great of a play to me. Now we will loot away both those lands. Spell Pierce still on top. Ah, well that's a very nice one to have, isn't it? So I'm actually going to reveal the Spell Pierce as opposed to the counterspell, though. And that way I can simply draw a card to surprise counterspell them. Like I said, Kronos is just an amazing win con. Alright, there's their Phoenix, which I'm not too concerned about. Let's see if they pump it with Perforos. Alright, so before we take the damage, let's look at the top 3 again. Let's put Jace on top. Go ahead and take the hit for 2. Draw the Jace, deal 3 to them. Getting a little greedy, but 3 to them. Still have Counterspell on top of my library. Play out the Jace. Draw 3. Well, rather, reveal the top 3. Take the Counterspell no matter what. Let's look at the top again. Alright, let's draw the Zealous Conscripts and win with it next turn. Easy. And remember, I have Chromatic Lantern, so I'm actually holding up Counterspell and Spell Pierce here still. They already used Banefire, so I don't have to worry about that. And they're still going my face. This time I'm actually going to Lightning Helix the Chandra's Phoenix, though. Since we're drawing the conscripts, I still can just kill them next turn. Wow, do they have another burn spell? They do, a Crater's Claws. Alright. We can Spell Pierce that. They knew about that Spell Pierce and the Counterspell, though. Alright, and that is lethal. Shoot them for 3. 3, 4, 5. Play the conscripts. Steal their Perforos. Activate the Perforos. Give my conscripts +1/+0. And that'll be 4 exactly. Alright. Good game there. What do we want to bring versus the aggro red deck? Splashing black. Dual Caster Mage seems like it could be okay. Treachery out in this matchup. Careful Consideration out as well, as it's a little bit too slow. Kind of like bringing in the Repeal as well. Yeah, and I think I just ship it back with everything else like it is. Seems good. Let's go to game 2. Game 2 here versus the effectively mono-red aggro deck. I'm on the draw, and I have a little bit of a sketchy keep. Not much early interaction could be the death of me, but I'm not going to mulligan it, as we do have good mana. Obviously, turn 1 Goblin Guide could be a huge problem, but we do have a lot of answers that we can draw into. And I will lead with the Fumarole here, even though we know they have a Wasteland in their deck. Ah, they also have a Port in their deck. Sweet. Okay. I like that. You can't play scared, though, is the thing. Like, eventually I'm going to have to play out the Fumarole into their wasteland or whatever's. So, young Pyromancer to play. Okay. Hopefully we can draw a burn spell here. And a Pillar of Flame my face. So, like, Anger of the Gods would be good. Electrolyze would be amazing. Land, not as good. We're going to be taking our beats here for a few turns. And like I said, this was a risky keep for sure. Notably, now that Pillar of Flame is gone, they cannot use it on Glenelendra to exile it. So that's definitely a plus for us. Yeah, now that I think about it, I should have just mulled. This hand was way too slow. Even a hand with just like Magma Jet, 5 lands was probably better. Alright, I will take my beats. To 15 we go. And they have a morph. We know they have Ire Shaman in their deck though, so I'm imagining that's what that is. Counterspell, a little late to the party. Alright, but we'll just jam the Glenelendra. I should not have played my Plains out, because now if they want to port a land, it's definitely going to be the Plains, which means I cannot cast out the Ajani Vengeant. So, slight error on my part there. Ooh, they hit a Stormbreath Dragon, but they cannot cast it. I am thankful for that. I will happily block the Young Pyromancer, should they let me. Cannot block the Ire Shaman as it has Menace, if I didn't already mention that before. Anger of the Gods would be a little bit of an awkward draw with my Glenelendra, actually. Arc Trail, sure. Question is, do they have another burn spell for my Glenelendra? And if not, then I will block Young Pyromancer if it attacks. Also happy just to take 4 if Young Pyromancer does not attack. And like I mentioned earlier, playing that Plains was real bad because now they tap that. Oh, what? They tap the Fumarole. Oh. Okay, well, in that case, I get to play out my Ajani. I'm going to shoot their Ire Shaman as I cannot block it. And again, just pass here. Ajani gaining me 3 life, killing their Ire Shaman, and then gaining me additional life when they attack next turn is very good. Brimstone Volley. Yes. Alright, Glenelendra down. Ooh, and a Goblin Guide. So I'm going to be taking 2, 4, 6 damage. No, sorry, 5 damage here, and Ajani dies, but they're Hellbent. So if we rip a burn spell off the top, we should be in amazing shape. Splinter Twin off the top. Not exactly the card we were looking for, but not completely awful either. As they port my Fumarole, that's fine. We're going to play the Volcanic Island here and pass. I don't think Revelark is a good enough play, but Spell Queller plus Counterspell could be good. It's going to be a little bit of a close one. Lightning Helix also in the deck somewhere. Whoa! Is this a... Shoot. That is a counterspell that I cannot counter. Or sorry, that is a burn spell that I cannot counter. Yes, that is going to be lethal. Alright. So no reason to reveal more information. Even flashing in Spell Queller is not good enough, as we'll still be taking 5. Pretty good draw for the opponent there. Damn. And something I have to watch out for the next game as well. Banefire not being counterable is a huge issue. I wonder if I'm supposed to bring in Ratchet Bomb too. I don't think I need to, though. Again, I kept a sketchy hand, and we didn't end up getting there, which is my own fault. But any hand with some early interaction, which we have a ton of, is going to do really, really well. So let's go to a game 3. And let's not keep such a sketchy hand, shall we? I will play first. This is great. I have a Steam Vents for both blue and double red. I've got Lightning Helix, Counterspell. I think we're just going to play the Steam Vents tapped and pass. I don't need to play turn 1 top. Not necessary. Nice, they did not have a play there. Ooh, and we drew a Daze. Alright, so we get to hold up Lightning Helix and Daze now. That is quite good here for us. Rashad and Port, sure. And a young Pyromancer. Gonna go ahead and just Daze this right now. And now we can develop out Chromatic Lantern and top. I do need some more action still, but currently it looks like we are in very good shape. Sword of War and Peace. Uh-oh. That could be a little bit scary. Anger of the Gods, another nice one. All right. We'll play our land and pass. This is the kind of hand, or cards we were looking for the previous game. Just a lot of nice interaction. Kiln's Fiend. We'll let that resolve. If they equip, or attempt to equip, I'll have to Lightning Helix it. As at that point, Anger of the Gods does not kill a creature equipped with Sword of War and Peace. Alright, let's look at the top 3. And wow, real bad. Draw a Glacial Fortress. Look at the top 3 again. Alright, we are stuck under top for a few turns at least. Do not have a shuffle effect currently. Seal of Fire resolves just fine, thankfully. That is not too much of an issue here. Yeah, if they're not playing a creature, that's really good for us. Phew! That means we still have time to get out of our top lock. No reason to top in response since we know there are 3 lands. And Glenalendra. Alright, beautiful. We are actually not going to draw and play that, though, because I cannot hold up Counterspell in addition to casting it out. So we'll wait. And a land pass from the opponent. Again, very, very good for us. Sure, tap my land. I will play out my Archmage. I will still hold up Counterspell. Alright, they're going to use the Seal of Fire to take care of the first one. Seems fine to me. And Flame Slash to take care of the secondary. Again, not much of an issue. Nothing worth countering here, though, so that's good. End of turn, we are going to use the top. And once again, see 3 lands. That is brutal. Alright, well, let's top again after drawing one of the lands. And again, see 3 lands. Yowza. Pretty bad flood here from us, but opponent is also similarly not doing anything, which is nice. Okay, Wasteland kills my Glacial Fortress, that's fine. Because of the Chromatic Lantern, our lands add anything anyways. So even them porting our planes is not an issue. Alright, same deal. Top again. See 3 lands again? Wow. There's got to be a spell somewhere in our deck. Opponent's doing the same exact thing, though. So maybe I shouldn't complain, because we do We do have a top active. All right, there we go. Finally, Jace, Architect of Thought. We are out of the lock. About time. So we get to play the Jace here, immediately -2, and take whatever pile has the top in it because the other 2 cards are lands. Sure, they can incinerate Jace in response. I'm not going to counter that. I'm only going to counter a creature. Jace was vitally important for us as he gets rid of 2 lands, and now we can get out of the top lock, the land lock. Recast the top, pass the turn. That was more than worth it. Chandra, Fire of Kaladesh. Yep, gonna have to counter that. And now, hopefully, we start drawing some gas. I'm going to upkeep top, even though they have port and will probably do it for me. Just in case they don't. There are a few nice ones. All right. We can even Magma Jet away some unnecessary lands, but I think we take the Spell Queller here and keep the Magma Jet on backup. I could also just play Thing in the Ice and start setting that up, but I think I like drawing the Spell Queller and having the Magma Jet. Let's just pass again. Morph creature, we will counter. All right. Now if they have a burn spell for my Spell Queller, that is also fine still. It looks like they might have an X spell here, Crater's Claws. Sure. I mean, I guess we look at the top 3 in response anyways. Repeal, which I cannot cast anymore. Not for 3 anyways. Magma Jet and Thing in the Ice. I guess we draw the Repeal now. Well, why don't I just draw the Thing in the Ice, actually? Because they can't equip the Sword of War and Peace this turn, so I can just Anger of Gods their Ire Shaman away. And now we can go like this. Thing in the Ice. Anger of the Gods. And say go. Looks like they're going to pass again, which is nice. Let's look at the top 3 at end of turn. And I want to draw Repeal this time. Let's draw Repeal and then Venser. Sure, tap my land. Because now I can bounce their Sword of War and Peace. Or anything they try to cast. Chandra's Phoenix. That is... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, that's fine. Equip is fine. And we will just repeal their Phoenix now. Draw our Venser. Have Magma Jet on top. All right, let's take a look though. Ooh, that's a nice one. So we can draw Electrolyze into Magma Jet and flip over our Thing in the Ice. So let's kill their Phoenix. Let's Magma Jet their face. Let's bottom Spell Pierce, top Revelark. Attack for 7. And they are just passing the turn, which is also good for us. This is a 2-turn clock no matter how I cut it, so let's just use the top. Oh, or we can find Zealous Conscripts and kill them immediately. That also works for me. Zealous Conscripts steal their sword, hit them for more than lethal. What a weird game. A lot of control elements. Both of us were flooding out pretty hard, but eventually we drew out of it with multiple card draw effects. So, got the first round. Let's see if we can win the next two. Stay tuned, my friends.